Peste des petits ruminants is ring de peste, but for small ruminant. It's a morbilis virus, it's a nice disease, but really with high mortality. When it enters in a flock, almost 90 to 100% of the animal die. Therefore, the impact is really very high. As you may know, small ruminant is the property of women in developing countries. Globally, almost 300 million poorest are owners of small ruminant. And the PPR now affect more than 80% of the 2.1 billion small ruminant globally. The loss has been estimated globally from 1.4 to 2.1 billion per year. This is really very high. And as I just said, the small ruminant is the property of women, and then from milk, they grow their children. Therefore, if really there is high pandemic of PPR, we have low production of milk, therefore malnutrition for children. This is, in few words, the really impact of this disease. Other impact could be really, there are other impact even in terms of meat. The demand of milk in terms of for small ruminant will be really very high. It's still high now, but it will be very high in the next future. I will put them really at almost 4 levels. The first one is really the major activity or output is we have to convince almost everybody. We have to create awareness through communication. We have to make sure that all stakeholders, they are involved. They take the ownership of the program. With this one, we have to create a lot of partnership. This is one of the major activities that we have to take, or we have been implementing. The second one is the laboratory. We have to make sure that we strengthen capacity in all the 75 or 80 infected countries so that they are able to diagnose the disease. The third component is really the surveillance. We have to map to know where the disease is. If we are able to know where the disease is, with the good laboratory who is able to diagnose the disease and who is also able to produce the vaccine, we will go for the fourth activity, controlling the disease. And if we put together all the 4 activities, awareness, laboratory, surveillance, and vaccination campaign, we are sure that with these 4 components, we will be strengthening vet services to eradicate the disease by 2030. It is true that the program has been launched recently, but it's since 2007 that personally I have been working on the eradication program. I will put all these outcomes at 3 levels. The first one, the global level, the regional level, and the country level. At the global level, we formulate the global strategy who have been launched last year by ministers of almost 70 countries. We turned then that strategy on program. It was recently launched. The program was recently launched by the DG of both OIE and FAO. Then at the global level, we are trying at least to sensitize donor, partner to take the ownership of the program. At the regional level, we have been, since the Abidjan conference is April 2015, we already organized 8 over 9 targeted regional roadmap. During this roadmap, we try to bring together chief vet officer, laboratory technician, epidemiologists, civil society, and other partners around the table to discuss and see their vision toward the eradication of. But the major outcome of this regional roadmap is that for each region, we assist them to develop their regional strategy, to adopt the global strategy to the region. For the time being, almost 8 regions, they have their regional strategy. How are they able to take the ownership of this strategy and implement it? Then we have the third level at the country level. At the country level, we try to assist each country, infected and at-risk country, to develop their national strategic plan, costed, so that all the activity that I just mentioned, they are inserted at the country level. And we already have a lot of outcome. For example, I will take the case of Somalia. Over the last year, we did the vaccination in Somalia. The immunity has been reached, almost 76% of immunity. Since then, over the last 3 years, no case of PP has been reported in Somalia. We have been piloting the project in Pakistan, in Afghanistan, in Sierra Leone, in Georgia. We recently undertook mission in Mongolia to assess the first case of the disease in Mongolia. Therefore, the impact are there. But in terms of partnership, one of the cross issues that we have, global, regional, and country level, is the partnership at earth level. One of the key partnerships that we established was with African Union, PANVAC. We assist them together. We develop a bee ELISA who is able to test the disease that they will use in the laboratory. With this ELISA, we reduce the cost of the current ELISA in the market from $3.5 to $1. This is one of the major achievements. In addition to that, we have been gathering all the vaccine producers around the table to make sure that they get the quality and the quantity of the vaccine need, because we are looking almost 2 billion doses of vaccine for the next 15 years. We have been working with NGOs to make sure that they are involved. This is more or less what we have been doing. And then communication. If I can take only the case of communication, over the last 8 months, we sent almost 9,000 of the manual how to diagnose disease in 80 countries. We also prepare a video, leaflet, and so on, to make sure that we sensitize everybody and that they take the ownership of the program. Really, coming from Reindeer Pest Eradication, the only message that I will pass to everybody: less blah blah, but more do. Blah blah, less meeting. We have to stop doing a lot of meeting. We have to go to the field and make sure that the major activity that I just listed, awareness with communication and partnership, strengthen laboratory, carry out the surveillance to map the disease and control the disease. If we control the disease, we verify that there is no infection anywhere, we have the global eradication by 2030. These are the really key message. Less blah blah, more do. Thank you.